Hello friends, you've probably noticed there's been a bit of a downturn in the quality of my videos lately. I've been pulling out a lot of old archival footage because I've been busy training to join the Australian Federal Police, and I've kept a bit of a video blog, so why don't you come outside and take a look? Okay, so day 2 of my training. I didn't film day 1 because I really used that just to see if it was remotely possible that I could do this, and I think it might be. Coming down the driveway of my complex here, this is my nemesis. This is where I tripped. I was running down this hill at night going to help some firefighters who were trying to locate something dangerous out the back here. We ended up finding nothing, so I kind of regret that. Nevertheless, it's a year on and my ankle is just about healed after a whole lot of therapy. Okay, so we're on the move. I'm going to try to make it to the shops without stopping. It's been a long time since I've done any kind of fitness training. Uphill runs. Okay, heart and lungs feel pretty good, but I'm getting a stitch. Downhill. I stopped running about 45 seconds ago, and my breathing's pretty much back to normal. So I'm quite surprised, pleasantly surprised. I think it's important to figuratively stop and smell the roses. I mean, there's no roses around here, but look at this beautiful street. As I rest my lungs, it's just nice to appreciate the trees and the grass and the sky, and then picking up the pace again, back to the running track / bike track, keeping that heart rate up comfortably high so that your body gets used to this kind of exertion. Yeah. So my agility's not bad. Man, look at this place. I'm so lucky. Honestly, there have been times in my life when I've lost everything and it's been deeply depressing. But I used to be in uniform. I was a quarantine officer back around 2005, I think I started. Did that for about 10 years. And the one thing I learned, or I learned many things, but one particular thing I learned was having gratitude for your own environment, the world that you live in. We protected the environment for one, but it's not just the environmental protection, it's understanding your freedoms and the liberty that we enjoy, and the fact that I can just go out here and enjoy this. The other big thing I learned, and if I ever become a police officer, I really want to carry this into my next job, is that you cannot judge people on first impressions. I think that's the way of mediocrity. If you judge people by where they've come from or what people they belong to, etc., you might be right sometimes, but inevitably you're going to end up being cataclysmically wrong. And it was the officers who judged people that way who were mediocre, who didn't do a good job, and ultimately I found a little bit embarrassing to work with. Cockatoo agrees with me. There's no shame in stopping. Just try to keep that heart rate up and keep distracting yourself with the beautiful scenery. Get your mind off how hard those lungs are working. I find a bike ride to be a good way to sort of cool down after a run. My body's not great for running. I'm not a tall guy, 5'7". I've got a heavy build. It's a lot to pull around on your feet. Bike riding comes a little more naturally. Got this bike from a yard sale, 20 bucks. And it's the best bike I've ever owned. It's light, it's got good gears, it's noisy, and this is the first time it's come out in a few months. Look at that. We're coming up to the local graffiti museum. Everyone's allowed to paint here. What do we got? Oh, we got pigeons. Okay, let's have some fun. One-handed. Ooh. You're close to the bridge there. Stretches to cool down. Moki always gets a bit concerned about me when I'm puffed, don't you, Moki? You know how you get the wall when your body starts to give you the signal that, well, if you push it much further, you're going to start doing your bodily tissues some damage, and you've got to listen to that voice. Very important that we always listen to our bodies. Anyway, I've been finding at this age that the wall comes harder. The wall greets you and it says, no, this is definitely it. This is not a time to keep pushing it harder. You got to think about the genuine safety concerns of overdoing it when you're 51 years old. I'm walking down to the running track just about a kilometer away from here. I just passed that guy and he's like 70. He can do it. And here we are. This track I think is 400 meters, standard distance for an oval like this. Let's see what we can do with it. Okay, 400 meter warm-up run. Feeling pretty good. What's next? All right, I'm gonna try the sprint. My body shape really is not great for running, and it's even worse for sprinting. I've got this very sort of flappy way about me, which you might find quite amusing. Just looking at this field behind me, I think we're looking at about 150 meters there. And I'm gonna be honest with you, go ahead and laugh if you want, but I'm not confident that I can even sprint that far. It went better than I expected. What I'm gonna do now is long static stretches. This spares your muscles a lot of damage. You don't need my guidance to tell you how to stretch. You're not a fool. Autumn is well and truly upon us. Winter draws near. Whoa. So I ran into a slight problem. We're on day 9 now. I had to take a couple of days off training. Not because my back hurt or my legs hurt, my arms hurt, nothing like that. It was my trachea that I really strained. All this heavy breathing really hurt my throat. I actually had to take some painkillers. So warning to people who haven't exercised a long time, we're always thinking about our limbs and how that's going to hurt if we go out for a jog, something like that. But don't forget about your deeper internal functions. Having said that, my body generally is feeling lighter, stronger and better. So I'm back into it. I'm going to take it easy though. Today it's just bike riding. Oh, it's a cold one this morning. What have we here? Gonna have to work on those chin-ups. Oh, looks like it's sports day over at the school. Man, I used to hate that. You must be worthy. Yes, I think I am. Hey, Mr. Ibis. Morning, God. Morning, ugly derelict building. Good morning, solitary flower. Okay, so that's day 9, 10, something like that. See you for the next one. Okay, so now I've got to tell you about my biggest challenge in all of this, the beep test. This is what the beep test sounds like. Start level 1. So what's involved in the beep test? Well, you measure out 20 meters, you run to the other end, you hear a beep, you go back, and it gets faster with every beep. The police test requires you to get to level 6.5. Each level is 8 laps, so I make that to be a total of 53 fast 20-meter runs. Sound easy? Well, it's not. Okay, I made it halfway through the test without absolutely destroying myself. And I'm gonna come back and try again this afternoon. We've got some work going on down here. But there might be an audience, but we're gonna have another crack at it. That's about all I got. Start level. Let's go outside for a bit more space. To get past the test, we've got to get up to level 6.5 on that beep test. That's a real mountain to climb. So I'm just going to head up to the chin-up bars that you saw earlier in the video. Last time I could only do 2. Let's see if we can improve on that. That might seem a bit funny. 3 chin-ups. Okay, the beep test is tomorrow. This is my final rehearsal. Warm-ups. I haven't been warming up enough. Ah, 7 o'clock in the morning. And it's testing day, friends. You know, yesterday I was feeling quite nervous about testing, but today I feel really calm. And ironically, I think it's because I know I'm not going to pass all the tests, particularly that beep test. Yesterday I got up to 4.5. You need a 6.5 to get there. But I'm still really proud of where I'm at, because the first time I tried it I only got a 2.8, which was just terrible. So in 4 short weeks I've come a heck of a long way and gotten so much out of the training process. So if, and probably when, I don't pass this test today, I'm still going to commit to keeping up this fitness schedule that I've got, because I'm just feeling great. Man, I live in a beautiful town. Look at that. Morning trampoline. Well friends, I passed everything except the beep test, but I did get a personal best. And it seems that you can go back and get retested in a month. Whether or not I'll do that remains to be seen, but I'm really glad I had the opportunity, and I'm really glad that I'm feeling a bit physically better. Whoa, this guy's nearly run right into me. Eesh. So I'm just going to keep on trying. And as the lady who was running the test said, just keep up your fitness and get yourself ready for the next round. Anyway, home now, and I've earned myself a big rest. Even if I don't ever do that job, I'm going to pass that test. It's always good to have a challenge, a goal that seems a little bit beyond your capabilities, because you'll surprise yourself sometimes.